car. Stewart might need a little bit of adjustment on his car once these cars start making pit stops, which won't be too long. Look at Michael Walker on the outside, and Stewart and Skinner almost get it together. Oh, they're in the grass. Oh, and here goes Skinner across in front of all these cars. Yes, there goes some Chip Gordon in the wall. Chad Little, Rusty Wallace. This is Mike Skinner, and he's stuck. It rained heavily last night. And look at the damage on Jeff Gordon's DuPont Chevrolet.
And Rusty Wallace's car also heavily damaged and stopped in turn 3. There you can see how Mike Skinner is not able to get away from his spot out there in turn 3. Jeff Gordon able to get that car started and rolling again as the field comes by.
But barely able to move, the car so heavily damaged.
Chad Little remains immobile, as does Rusty Wallace.
You see Rusty moving around. I would guess that the damage to the nose of this car, Rusty's car, he hit, it looks like he might have hit Jeff Gordon in the right side.
And Brett Bodine is also involved in the crash. He climbs out uninjured, but a very badly damaged race car. And Ernie Irvin is also assisted from his M&M's car. A 7-car crash on the 49th lap here at Talladega has put us under caution. Now, emotions run very high, not only on the racetrack, but also back in the garage area. Now, when they move Mike Skinner's car back into the garage area, watch what happens as the workers free the car.
He's going to get up and try. See, they were trying to get the hood to the air not to blow the hood back, so they had some bungee cords on it. He was up there just to take the bungee cords off, and he stood up on the nose of the race car, and Larry McReynolds said, "Man, get off my car right now."
Down to Bill Weber.
And they continue to work on the Lowe's Chevrolet. The suspension is good. They believe the transmission is good. They want to replace the nose piece. They're going to spot weld that. Mike Skinner, you've had great success here, but not today. Walk us through what happened back there.
Well, it was just a racing deal, you know. I guess Tony Stewart had a little run on us there and maybe got a little bit anxious and got into the back of our Lowe's Chevrolet, and we went for a hell of a ride back there. But, you know, we're going to get this Lowe's Chevy back out, do the best we can. I know he never would do that on purpose, so, you know, it's just one of those racing deals. What can we say? We'll get back out there and get all the Winston Cup points we can and get Lowe's a little more recognition.
Those normally don't happen early in the race, Mike.
Well, I seen a guy named Mike Skinner do stupid stuff like that his rookie year, so I can't say nothing.
This team is racing for the championship. They will try and get back out on the track and get some points. To John Kernan.
And the Mike Skinner pit.
With crew chief Larry McReynolds, before this race started, we talked about how there's a lot of emotion on pit road as well as on the racetrack. Larry, walk us through what happened when your car came down on the tow truck.
Well, you know, we was tore up, but record drivers, I know they're here doing a job, but they did a lot more damage than Tony Stewart and the racetrack did to it. There's just no sense in that, you know. I know they're here doing a job. We got a job to do, but they're the ones we're so many laps down. I know we provoked it in the beginning by being in the wreck, but they tore a lot more up, but that's just part of it, you know. I hate it. I thought we had a car good enough to win this race. I'm not very happy with Mike Skinner right now about what happened over there. It was awfully early in the race with that. I hope the Gibbs bunch is not very happy with Tony Stewart because a lot of good race cars got taken out, especially this 31 team. But we'll just keep digging. We're going to get us a win with this Lowe's car. There's just no way around it.
When you say you're not happy with Mike, can you explain that, Larry?
Well, I just think it was awfully early in the race for what was going on over there on the backstretch to be going on. And again, I'm not blaming anybody. I'll walk off the side of a mountain for the driver I work for, but I'll also put him in his place when he's wrong. And he's like the kid that's in trouble. He better hope this race lasts a long time because I'm going to get him when it's over with.
Take him out behind the barn, huh? By Napa. Jerry Punch is with our 5th place finisher.
Well, I've got Tony Stewart, but I've also got a guy here talking to Tony, Mike Skinner, and both these guys had great race cars today. Unfortunately, an incident early on. Guys, what happened over on the backstretch? Mike?
Well, you know, they said Tony's got a run on you, and I was guarding the bottom, and I just kept coming down, and I didn't think he was far enough along there. And just, you know, it's hard to see out that side of the car, and we just barely touched, and at that point, you know, it's pretty hard, you know, it's pretty hard to save a race car right there. And it's probably as much my fault as it is anybody's, because it's awful early in the race, and trying to guard that top spot right there was kind of stupid. You know, I'd rather went back to 20th and come back, so we had a good race car. But like I told everybody from the jump street, you know, Tony's a good race driver, and, you know, maybe he should have backed out. Maybe I should have realized that maybe I shouldn't have kept coming down. You know, I'm not mad at nobody, and I don't really blame myself, and I don't really blame Tony. It was a racing deal.
Tony?
Well, I think we're probably going to team up, and we're going to open up our own lawn cutting service, because we mowed a lot of Talladega grass today. But it's like he said. I mean, I probably should have backed down, and I was afraid that if I backed down, there was a whole line of cars that gave me a push right there that were going to go by both of us. But the only way to get the experience is to go out here and do what we're doing, and that's part of being a rookie. I'm going to make mistakes too, but I mean, don't let this guy fool you. I mean, he's been one of the guys that when I've been down and struggling at places, he's been one of the first guys that's come over to help me. So that's why we're able to stand here and smile at each other.
As the folks at home right now watch that incident again coming off turn 2 at almost 200 miles per hour, you really don't have a lot of time to react.
No, you don't. And as close as we run here, I mean, it doesn't take much of a bobble to cause something big to happen. And it's like we said, I mean, I pulled down to go with him, but then I got such a good run that I thought, well, if I slow down, the whole line's going to go by, and if I pull down, then I might be able to just go on by and at least keep the whole freight train from going by. But those are just experiences you have to learn with trial and error, and you just hope when you try those things that nothing happens like what happened today to us.
And Mike, you come over and give him a great big hug before we come back when we're in commercial a moment ago, and say, hey, I was a rookie a couple of years ago. I understand sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, they really do. And it's easy to sit here right now, and me as being here for a couple of years, and say, you knew better than to keep going down there. And it's easy to say he knows better than to stay in that gas. We both made a little bit of a mistake there, and it's just one of those situations. And they asked me if I was mad at Tony Stewart, and I said, I remember a guy named Mike Skinner made a lot of mistakes his rookie year. That's the worst one Tony makes. He's going to do good.
Hey, we heard Larry McReynolds is a little miffed. Are you hiding from Larry?
Nah, if he's mad at me, he'll get over it. He just, Larry and I got a great relationship, but I got to go get my rear end chewed out right now, matter of fact. So thanks, guys.
Okay, Mike Skinner leaves Tony Stewart his best career Winston Cup finish 5th at Talladega today. Bob?
Indeed, Tony Stewart with another incredible run.